Hello out there, everyone. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy, and I wanted to just say this really quick piece for Gears for Breakfast for A Hat in Time. Before anybody thinks that my last video was the way it was because I was trying to come off as malicious and mean or whatever, I was actually just having fun, having a good laugh at the situation. But at the same time, I started to think about the fact that there are people who are going to say, you should forgive this. You should forgive him for being human. But like, no, I do forgive him for being human, but at the same time, he's also a business. And when you're a business, you don't want to just turn your customers away or potential customers. If there's something that you don't agree with them, that's fine. Like, but you don't want to alienate customers by being rude and you don't want to be rude to them. You don't want to voice yourself in a manner that seems like you're attacking them or pushing them away. And those tweets, that seemed really like you were saying, "Hey, fuck the Nintendo fan base." But like, that's honestly how it comes across, because there are people who were curious to see if you were going to be porting A Hat in Time to the Switch. I understand that you probably got that question a whole hell of a lot, especially after the Kickstarter and the fact that the Wii U was going out at the time, and the Wii U was part of the original Kickstarter. I get that you received tons of questions about, is there going to be a Switch port? Now, as I said before, general overall answer that would have satisfied people, like if you didn't know that you were going to do it at the time, is to say, hey, we don't have any plans for it. There's a possibility in the future, but I don't know just yet. I get that it gets agitating. Trust me, I have 5 kids. I know what it's like to be agitated, to have a question repeated to you thousands of times over and over again. Maybe not on the same scale, because this is a popular indie game. It was very popular in the press. But at the same time, you're basically just pushing aside a whole consumer base when you bring that attitude toward them, because a lot of people will turn their backs to you. And honestly, unless you come out and actually apologize to the Nintendo fan base for the way that you behaved and how you came at them, I honestly don't think anyone should purchase your game from the Nintendo fan base. I know people will, and someone's gonna say, "Well, that's just being butthurt." But like, no, it's not being butthurt. Like, if somebody wrongs you and they want to get back in your good graces, you expect at least an apology to start off, and the change in behavior and a few other things. Like, and that, I don't think it's unreasonable to require that of a developer or publisher or whoever who comes at the fan base incorrectly. You don't want someone to treat you wrong and get away with it. You wouldn't want somebody to walk into your house, smack you, and walk out the door, and then let them back in. No, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't let somebody smack you in your own home and then let them back in your house as if nothing ever happened. No. So I think that there are some steps that need to be taken. Like, because I personally would rather see the game do well, and I think it at minimum would do 350,000 units. But I want to see that there's effort from the person who stepped out wrong first. That's all. That's my perspective on the thing. Like, yeah, like earlier that video, I really was like just laughing my behind off. I had so many things I wanted to laugh about today because there was a lot of stuff that just happened, and I guess I reached the pinnacle of my laughter because I keep getting told my laughing is evil. So I don't know. I don't, like, I don't know. Maybe I do have an evil laugh. Um, but that's it. I think honestly, like an outreach to the fan base, a spoken apology to the fan base because of how you came off to them and kind of being jerkish. I think that's needed. I don't think it's something that should just be brushed under the rug or whatever, because that happens all too often, especially in gaming. I think it needs to be dealt with from the developer, from the publisher, whoever's running that social media account, to come out and say, hey, we were wrong with how we came at you guys. Switch looks like it would be a decent platform for the game, and we really want you to be able to play it. So we apologize for our behavior earlier this year. That's not something that's bad to ask. But that's me. That's my thoughts. Thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears up for more stuff from me. And until the next time, enjoy your games. Peace out.